War changes everything: borders, governments, lives. But in the shadows of global conflict, something else changed. The limits of human morality. During the chaos of war, secret programs emerged, not to save lives, but to test them. This is the story of human experimentation in wartime. Throughout history, war has often been used to justify the unthinkable. In times of desperation, governments have argued that extreme threats require extreme measures. During World War II, one regime became infamous for pushing those limits beyond imagination: the Alemanha Nazista. Under the cover of ideology and military ambition, prisoners were subjected to medical experiments without consent. The goal? To advance military science. The cost? Human suffering on a massive scale. Inside concentration camps, doctors conducted experiments under the banner of research. Prisoners were exposed to extreme cold to simulate battlefield conditions. Others were forced into high-altitude chambers to test pilot survival limits. Some were injected with diseases to test treatments. These acts were later revealed during the Nuremberg trials. The world was shocked. But this was not the only case of wartime human experimentation. In Imperial Japan, another secret program operated in silence. Known as Unit 731, it conducted biological and chemical experiments during the Second Sino-Japanese War in World War II. Prisoners were reportedly exposed to extreme conditions, disease testing, and battlefield simulations. For years, much of this remained hidden. After the war, geopolitical tensions complicated accountability. Some records were classified, some individuals avoided prosecution, and many questions remain unanswered. After World War II ended, the world entered a new kind of conflict, the Cold War. Fear of nuclear annihilation created another justification for extreme research. The Union Sovietica and the United States both raced to develop advanced military technologies. In that climate of fear, programs like Projeto MKUltra emerged. Psychological experimentation, radiation exposure studies, interrogation, enhancement programs. The battlefield had changed, but the ethical dilemmas remained. The horrors revealed after World War II led to something historic. The Nuremberg Code, a set of ethical principles for human experimentation. Voluntary consent became a global standard, but history shows that in times of fear, rules are sometimes bent or broken. Governments often argue necessity, survival, national security, and the public rarely knows the full story until decades later. War exposes the best of humanity, but it also exposes the worst behind every classified document. There are names, there are lives. The real question isn't whether these experiments happened. It's whether extreme circumstances will ever again be used to justify crossing ethical lines. Som de arquivo sendo fechado, some chapters of history were meant to stay buried, but remembering them may be the only way to prevent them from happening again.